there it goes. My goodness, technology. Challenges, 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 right? But can you imagine being the last person in your family, the last person in your species, the last one of your kind? There's nobody else like you. It's just you. You are the last person alive in your family, in your bloodline. That's chilling, yo. That's chilling. And again, it's chilling because not just that it happened to species in the past, it's happening now, right? There are species going extinct, and it's gonna happen in the future. It's gonna always happen, right? Whether it's we talk about climate change, whether we talk about a natural disaster wiping out a species, right? Or we talk about just human ignorance and freaking idiocracy and just freaking uh whether we talk about all any one of the reasons could be a reason, right? Any one of those, climate change, natural disaster, humans, could be a reason that a species goes extinct. And again, at one day we will go extinct. You and I, me and you, right? And so what does that mean? What do you do? What do you do with that information, right? What do you do with that knowledge? What do you do with that wisdom? Right? What do you do with that? How do you go forward with that? I personally think you live your life to the fullest, right? You live your life to the fullest. You embrace every obstacle, every challenge, and you just push forward and you live, right? King Dritty, what's going on? Yo, Vernon Love, what's going on, my sister? Peace and love. Nobella Creations, peace and love. Thanks for tuning in. But I think that's what you do with the knowledge that you will one day be extinct. Your family, your bloodline, your species will one day no longer exist, right? Whether that's 100,000 years, a million years, 5 million years, whatever that time frame is, you don't know. You physically won't be here in this form, right? In this consciousness, with this heart, right? In this body, you won't. What do you do now? You live. You live, you enjoy this thing, man. You understand how precious this thing is. It won't always exist. Your life is but a fragment. Like your life, our individual lives are but a fragment of the whole of existence of our species, right? Even if we say humans in this form live 10 million years, your life is 80 years, 120 years, 200 years, right? There are people living 116, 130, right? It's rare. It's rarer now than it has been, but I do believe that there was a time when we lived well into our hundreds and 200s and 300s, right? Because if the lifespan is what it is now, my brain, it was more and it was less. It will be more and it will be less. So either in the past we lived shorter, right? And in the future we will live longer. Or we lived longer in the past, in the future we will live shorter. However, it's a cycle. So at some point, right, lifespans is short now, right? They say it's getting longer again, but it's short, 50, 60, 70 years, right? It's like, that's not a long time when you compare that there are some species that live hundreds of years, right? But yeah, that's the word of the day, man. Extinction. I wanted to talk about that. I watched the documentary. It is on Amazon Prime. You definitely should check it out. The Next Great Extinction. Go check that documentary out. It is less than an hour, about 45 minutes or so. It's absolutely fascinating, right? Just to put into perspective. My love just said to leave an indelible mark. Put into perspective, like, I am here, I am precious, I am special, I am sacred, no matter how challenging my journey is, no matter how freaking hard my life has been. It has to be for a reason. Because, like, do you know how many people would love to exist that will never exist? Do you know how many life forms, how many children, babies were created that have never made it to this life? They were aborted, they were miscarried, they were born dead. Do you know how many babies? And even more than that, do you know how many babies were born and died young before they could fully understand what this life was, what the life that they had? And even more than that, this is where it gets crazy. Do you know how many possibilities there could be for life to exist? It's beyond human imagination. You can't even imagine the amount of humans that could possibly exist that will never, ever exist. You can't even fathom the number. So you are here. Like, your life, it matters. It's challenging. It's ugly. It's painful. It's stressful, right? It's freaking, you cry and you cry and you feel the weight of the world on your shoulders, on your back, on your neck. It is hard. You are having a hard time. Give yourself grace and compassion. Take a breath and understand that this too shall pass, right? This too shall pass. And do your best to, even if you're at 30%, live to 30%. Don't be at 30% wishing you was at 100%. No, live in that, live in and with that 30%. Make it count. Make it work. All right. But yeah, we're gonna move along, man. Hot commodity, what's going on? How many sperm cells die before reaching the egg? Millions. Like it's insane. It's insane. But let's move right along, guys, to our second segment of the day. Today's second segment is our need to know news of the day. Today's news, man, it is some sad news, some heartfelt news I would like to share with you guys. Something that I read online. A brain-dead pregnant woman. Some of you may know the story. Brain-dead pregnant woman in Georgia just gave birth to her baby. Her name was Adriana Smith. In February, she reported having severe headaches. She went to the hospital. She was admitted. But prior to that, she went to a different hospital and unfortunately was released without having any real help. Like many times, they just gave her medication and told her to go home. And she ended up being brain dead, having some brain issue we're going to read about, but was pregnant. And Georgia law says they could not remove the baby. They had to let the baby live to term. They had to keep her alive then, so they had to keep her on life support until she delivered the baby. Let's read this article. Let us read this article in NBC News and talk about it. Let us read this article and talk about it. This is, man, I read this and I was like, oh man, I gotta share this. This is it's pretty powerful, man. It's heartfelt, man. It made me shed a tear because like imagine growing up knowing that your mom was dead the whole time you was growing inside of her. Man, let's read this article, NBC News. This is from 2 days ago, June 17th, by Minnie Von Burke. Baby of brain-dead pregnant woman kept alive under abortion law has been delivered, family says. Adriana Smith's boy was delivered via emergency cesarean section Friday, the family said. The family has said it plans to discontinue life support for the woman. The baby of Adriana Smith, a brain-dead pregnant woman who was being kept alive by ventilators under Georgia's abortion law, was delivered Friday, her family said. Smith's mother, April Newkirk, told NBC affiliate WXIA of Atlanta that the baby, named Chance, was born prematurely via emergency cesarean section. She said the baby weighed about 1 pound, 13 ounces, is in the neonatal intensive care unit. He's expected to be okay, she told the nation. He's just fighting. We just want prayers for him. Just keep praying for him. Let's pray for him right now. Dear great spirit, and all of the ancestors, angels, and ascended masters that hear my voice, that know my heart, that are with me, I ask on behalf of the human family and all those connected to my platform, to my show, SRDaily, I ask that strength, and extra love be sent to baby boy Chance, whose mother, Adriana Smith, has entered the ancestral realm. May he be guided, may he be protected, and may he only know love and care and safety. Oh, shit. Smith also has an older son. Newkirk did not immediately respond to NBC's news request for comment Tuesday. She previously told WXIA that the family was required to keep Smith alive under the state's near total abortion ban, known as the Life Act. Smith, whose family celebrated her 31st birthday Sunday, has been hospitalized since February after she initially sought treatment for severe headaches, her family has said. Newkirk says Smith initially went to Northside Hospital but was released and given medication. She said the hospital did not run any scans or tests. Northside did not respond to a request for comment on Tuesday. Sounds like freaking neglect, like too many times, too many situations, too many of our people die from hospital neglect. This is why we need our own shit. A day after she sought treatment, Smith's boyfriend woke up to find her gasping for air and making gargling noises. Newkirk told WXIA. Smith was rushed to Emory-Decatur Hospital and transferred to Emory University Hospital, where a CT scan showed multiple blood clots in her brain, the station reported. Newkirk said her daughter was declared brain dead and placed on a ventilator. She told WXIA this week that Smith will be taking off life support Tuesday. 2 days ago, this article was written. It's kind of hard, you know. She told the station it's hard to process. Imagine being the partner waking up in your girl who's pregnant with your baby. Essentially is dying. In Georgia, abortions are illegal after 6 weeks of pregnancy. Exceptions include some situations to protect women's lives and health, when fetal anomalies are detected and in case of rape and incest that have been documented with police. The state attorney general's office said in May that nothing in the Life Act requires medical professionals to keep a woman on life support after brain death, WXIA reported. The office said removing a patient from life support is not in action with the purpose of to terminate a pregnancy, but Republican State Senator Ed Zetzler, who sponsored the 2019 law, told the Associated Press that he supported the hospital's actions. I think it is completely appropriate that the hospital do what they can to save the life of the child. I think this is an unusual circumstance, but I think it highlights the value of innocent human life. I think the hospital is acting appropriately. An Emory healthcare spokesperson said its top priorities continue to be the safety and well-being of the patients and families we serve. Emory Healthcare uses consensus from clinical experts, medical literature, and legal guidance to support our providers as they make medical recommendations, the spokesperson said. Emory Healthcare is legally required to maintain the confidentiality of the protected health information of our patients, which is why we are unable to comment on individual matters and circumstances. It's tough, man. It's so tough, man. But bless that baby. All right, may that baby be blessed. May that family have what they need to take care of that baby and to endure. Yo, Donald Edge Jr., my brother, what's going on, man? Peace and love, good brother. Long time no see, long time no hear, man. I hope you're doing well. Hope you're taking care of yourself, my brother. Peace and love. Good to see you, man. It's been a very long time, but I'm glad that you are here. Yeah. We have a tough situation, man. Life is fragile, yo. Like life is fragile, man. Like yo, like that story has to be crazy. Like yo, you know, like how do you even tell that story? I mean, I would want to know. As a lover of stories, I would want to know. Like yeah, your mom, like early on, while you were inside of her, passed away, had a brain issue, passed away. But we kept her alive. We kept her on support so that you could be born. Like that's crazy. But that baby's here for a purpose. Baby has to be here for a purpose, and we got to send that baby good energy. It is a black woman with a black baby. We got to send that baby energy, even if it wasn't, right? But it's one of ours. So let's send that baby some energy. Let's send that baby some love. Let's send that baby some light, right? And let's move right along to our third segment of the day. Move right along to our third segment of the day, guys. Today's third segment, as always, is our tip of the day. And today's tip: allow yourself to rest. Allow yourself to rest. You don't always have to be moving. If your body breaks down, right? Like I understand, yo, you got things to do, right? I remember I was like that, right? When I first had, like, my back injury was bad, right? And even fractured ankle, and even when I got shot, right? All these different things, I got stuff to do. Like, especially when I'm hustling, I got to make money. I got things to do, and I'm in pain. And I'm not able to do the best I can, right? So you do as much as you can, but like sometimes it's just too much. If your body breaks down, all of the stuff that you're supposed to do, you won't be able to do anyway. So just not do it. Find somebody else to do it. Get help. You have help. I'm sure you have help. Everybody has a little bit of help. You may not want to call on the people to help you, but they're there. That's on you. Call on the people to help you. I said it yesterday. Allow yourself to be loved. Allow people to show up for you. You show up for others. Let them show up for you. Please, 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 please allow your body to rest, because if your body breaks down, if you have an injury that you're nursing and you keep going and you make it worse, right? Now, not only do you have an injury that maybe would have healed itself, but you made it worse, and now you may need surgery. Now it may never heal the way it was supposed to. Allow your body to rest, please. Rest and relax. Rest and relax. Shoot for the stars, Marv. What's going on? What's going on? Peace and love, peace and love, peace and love. Thanks for tuning in. Rest and relax when your body is telling you to do so. Your body is always going to send you signals. Your body is always going to be communicating with you. Your body is always letting you know what's up, where you need to, right? Where you need rest at, where you need rest, where you need to, heal at, where you're having trouble at, where it hurts at. Your body's always going to talk to you. So listen to your body, right? Do the things you need to do, right? So like, I also understand the desire to self heal, right? The physical therapy. So there's a point when yes, you do got to move, but sometimes you just got to really relax. You really got to just like sit down, relax. It's okay to take a day off. It's okay to take a day in bed doing nothing, right? People, you will be loved. You will eat. You will have the things that you need, right? You need laundry done. Laundry will get done, right? But yeah, allow your body to rest, man. Because I'm telling you, if it breaks down, you ain't gonna be able to do the things anyway. And then you're gonna be like, oh, you wish you had a little mobility. Where if you would have just took a break, right? Took a break before it gets worse, right? Things may smooth out. In a couple of days, you could do all the things that you need to do. And let's move right along to our fourth and final segment, guys. Before we get out of here, moving right along to our fourth segment. Today's fourth segment, as always, is our build of the day. And today's build is on Juneteenth. It is Juneteenth. Happy Juneteenth, the day that we Black people were finally in Texas notified of our freedom, right? Fully notified of our freedom. So I love this day. I love Juneteenth. I love that we do events. I love that we come together, we dance, we play music, right? We celebrate, right? I love that. But we know that slavery still exists. Mental slavery exists. Wage slavery exists. Spiritual slavery exists. Right? We still know that slavery still exists to this day. So personally, although I will always celebrate my people, you guys know me. I don't just have the clothes, right? I don't just talk about it. Like I live my life as a person who is working to uplift fallen humanity, to uplift Black people, to get us not just free, but to get us justice and to get us liberated, right? I don't get too hyped on this day. Like a lot of people are hyped and they go, and I love it. Like I love it. Should I be more excited? Maybe I should. Maybe I should be more excited. Maybe I should be more excited. But based on our current place in the world and what's currently happening in America and what's been happening in America, my 41 years of living, I'm not too excited. I can, however, I do have the ability, I do have the mental and emotional capacity, right? And I guess dexterity to put my feet in someone else's shoes. I can do that. I can put my feet in someone else's shoes. And so in doing that, I can only imagine. Maybe I can't even really imagine. I can't actually. I can only imagine and I can't even fully imagine, right? The pure excitement and joy that our brothers and sisters faced on that fateful day or felt on that fateful day, June 19th, 1865. Right? I can imagine, only imagine, although I really can't imagine because I've never been in that situation, right? Not like that, right? But the pure joy and excitement that our ancestors felt, that our ancestors felt on that June 19th, 1865. So I would say that yes, it was an absolute great day for them. It was a great day for us. But then I got a question. What have we made of it? What have we made of that great day? What have we made of Juneteenth? I'm critical. I'm critical of our actions. I'm critical of our growth. I don't think I'm overly critical, right? But I think yes, you got to make room for joy. Yes, you got to make room for celebration. Like you have to celebrate in your life. You have to have joy. You have to laugh and smile and experience the beauty of life. Absolutely. But I think that maybe not everybody, but some of us, there are some of us that are different than the rest of us, right? Like have to minimize our celebration, right? Be cognizant that we're still in a war and there's still people who, again, we are still enslaved, right? What is it, 13th Amendment, 14th Amendment? I can't remember. Whichever one is, slavery is no one can be held captive unless they're detained for a crime. And then they create the black codes, and then they create all of these laws, right? Is I think it was Plato said the more laws that are made, the more laws that are going to be broken. We were talking about the other day at our fatherhood dinner, right? Like If you want people to follow the law, make less laws, and they'll follow them. You make more laws, more people are gonna break them because, like, yeah, yo, I can't do what, like, not even intentionally, just by happenstance, right? Just by happenstance. Yeah, 13th Amendment. Thank you, brother. Appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. But yeah, man, right? Yeah, man. Juneteenth, right? Like, what are we doing with the freedoms that we have? Are we building on them? Are we really working to advance our people and all of humanity? Are we really working to unite the world? Are we really working to eradicate poverty, right? To end extreme hunger, to ensure that every person has a house, has a home, a place to call home, has adequate shelter, decent shelter, adequate clothing, right? And enough food to not just survive, but to thrive? Are we making sure of that? And not just enough food, but the right foods? Because you can eat a lot of the wrong things. And like I always say, like, the majority of America, right? At least I think, I think the majority of the world, but definitely the majority of America. I haven't looked at the stat in a while, but the majority of America, or the majority of the people in America that are malnutrition are overweight. They're not malnutrition because they're underweight. No, they are overweight. They've been eating too much of the wrong things, honey buns and too much ice cream, and too much processed shit, and just too much stuff. So they are malnutrition because they've been eating too much of the wrong things as opposed to not enough of anything. Right? And sometimes it is better to have nothing than it is to have the wrong thing. I know some people are going to tell you different, right? Some people are going to tell you, yo, it's better to just eat anything than it is. No, it's not better to have poison than to have no poison. I'd rather go with no poison than nothing. Like, the body is resilient, the mind is powerful, you'll be okay. Right? Clearly, after a certain amount of time, it's like, oh man, you start to weigh options. Cross that bridge when you get there. Right? Stay steadfast, sustain your resilience. Right? Keep pushing, keep pressing. But yeah, guys, that's the show. That is our show today, man. Thank you so much for tuning in. I apologize to my people on YouTube and Facebook for the technical difficulties. Right, we had a little bit of technical difficulties over here, man. Instagram was pretty fine. FDA only approves of poison. That's a fact. That's a fact. Federal Drug Administration proving to poison them, and the WHO, the World Health Organization, man. But that's why we gotta, like, we have the knowledge, we have the people, we have network, right? We have social, so we can talk, we can pass information. We got to do a better job at, like, building with each other, sharing with each other, right? Facilitating information, right? Providing, adequate solutions to illness, to sickness, right? Whether it's mental, emotional, physical, right? To being resources for each other. We are the greatest resource. Our mind, our talents, our abilities, our knowledge, like, we are the greatest resource. Let us remember that and plug into that truth, right? Plug into that reality, and we're gonna be okay. Supermarket, corner stores, restaurants all have trash. Absolutely, man. Yo, but guys, that's the show. I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. Today is a bunch of Juneteenth events. I'll be in Queensbridge, 2 to about 3:30 p.m. Farm stand is going to 7 p.m. But I'm leaving. I'm going to Harlem. Harlem is having a big jubilee. Soapbox presents. Shout out to sister Maida. All right, Maida, Majira, Maida. Aubrey, right? The sister who started the Stoop Soapbox Presents 119th, and I think Lenox Ave. Pull up. Look it up if you don't know exactly what I'm talking about. Look up the Soapbox Presents on Google, on Instagram, and that's where I'll be. Right. So come through. Is the kickoff of their summer series. Right. Every week they were doing the stoop sessions. The Soapbox Presents outside, on the stoops, on the block parties, live music, all type of dope vibes. Yeah, I plan on being involved this year, next year, years going forward. It's happening in Harlem today, Brooklyn on Saturday. But a lot of other Juneteenth events are happening: memorials, movies, film screenings, talks, all type of things. Immerse yourself in the culture, right? Find something to be a part of, find something to get involved in today, right? Even if you stay home, right? Because some people need to stay home. Some people need to stay their behinds in the bed because they need to rest their bodies. They need to rest their injuries. They need to nurse and take care of themselves. So even if you stay home, put a movie on, watch a movie, listen to some music, right? Do some writing, do some reflections, right? On not just Juneteenth, but on Black people, on how we move forward, right? Your business ideas, your all the stuff that you need to do that today for you while you're at home resting, right? Take this wisdom, take this guidance, please, as love. But y'all, love you guys, man. Enjoy the day. Catch me tomorrow, same time, same place, 9 a.m. to 9:30 a.m. right here on Facebook Live, YouTube Live, and Instagram Live. Please do mark your calendar. Tuesday, July 1st is the 400th episode. We are doing it live in Brooklyn at Brooklyn Bliss's event space. Address soon to come. 10 to 20 people in the audience. So if you want to come, mark your calendar. I'm gonna send you an invite, man, or hit me up. Let me know you want to come, because I may forget to send it to you. But you're invited. We're gonna have 3 to 5 live interviews. So I'm talking to people to interview that day. On the show, 400th episode live on all the platforms. I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. And remember, it ain't getting knocked down. That's the problem. It's staying down. So get up. The power is in you. As always, be kind to yourself and be kind to each other. Peace and love.